Good evening. My name is Mohammad Asim. Welcome back to the channel. Uh, in this tutorial, we will be discussing about the Jenkins CI/CD, how to write your first declarative pipeline. Right? If you want to streamline your CI/CD process using Jenkins as a tool, right, and you are and flexible way to automate your build, test, and deploy workflows. Right? So if you are new and you don't have any knowledge about how to write your first declarative pipeline in the Jenkins, so this tutorial is for you. And here we will cover from the basic and whatever the syntax is required, and we will go for the extreme level. Okay. Before proceeding, we have created one VM EC2 instance. On that, we already configured Jenkins, right? So if I show you over here, uh, the Jenkins is already configured, right? If you don't know how to install Jenkins, you can go and check on my YouTube channel. On that, we have complete AWS, complete Jenkins series on which we have already discussed a lot of topics, right? If you go over here, right, you'll find the steps. Fine. So on this, we have already Jenkins. So now we'll switch and we'll access the Jenkins over here. So we have access the Jenkins, this is the Jenkins dashboard. If you check it over to the left side, you're able to find there is a new term, build history, manage Jenkins view, and there is a one plugin we have installed, Blue Ocean, right, which will help us to rebuild our pipeline from any stage, which we will cover in this part also. So now what we will do in this step is to create, okay, new item. Mm, let me just check my IP address. Maybe something is missing part. Okay, fine. Just I will overwrite because I have rebooted my server. So the Jenkins is prompting me to provide my credentials, right? I'm be logging into Jenkins now. Okay. So I'll be using the credentials which I have created while setuping the Jenkins, right? So if you don't know, then you can watch my tutorial, right? How to set up Jenkins on Ubuntu operating system or any other operating system from my YouTube channel playlist. That is Jenkins, which I'll be showing you in the later of this tutorial. Okay. Now here we will give the one prompt that our my first pipeline, right? We are going to write first pipeline, right? Jenkins. Here you are going to select pipeline, right? This is for the freestyle. If you don't know how to write the pipeline, you can go with the freestyle. In this tutorial, we are covering how to write, right? So in this stage, we will cover that part. Here we'll give you any description, right? It can be anything. Then I can keep it discard 2 bills, or well, let's keep 4 bill because we are practicing, right? So then afterwards we'll go and we'll say webhook is fine. Here there is a two options available over here. The first thing, when you are writing your pipeline, then we have to go with the pipeline where we have to write all the pipeline over here, right? If your Jenkins files is already available in your GitHub repository, right? This is my GitHub repository which I'll be using for this tutorial, right? In this case, if you're able to find that there is no Jenkins files available over here, right? In this case, what you have to do it, you have to create your own Jenkins file, right? If you have a Jenkins file, you can use select this and you can call from the GitHub repository the Jenkins file. In our case, we are just learning how to create our Jenkins file. The first step, what you have to understand is that when you're writing the pipeline, and the pipeline declarative will be start with the steps pipeline. Okay, itself will be mentioned that it's a pipeline. And if you open the bracket and hit enter, automatically it will close the bracket, like flower bracket. If you check it over here, pipelines, right? Yes, I think I have given wrong. Pipeline, hit enter the bracket. Okay. Second step, over here, what we have to do it is that you have to specify that what is the agent we have to go using, right? If you're going with, let's say, let me go any agent, right? In this case, if my Jenkins has a master slave architecture, or we have installed Jenkins and we have installed different nodes to distribute our pipelines, like build job on the different node in the sense of different Linux operating machines, right? So in our case we don't have that. If you have any case that, you can give us the name of the node that will be called on the Jenkins itself, right? In our case we are saying that take anyone, right? So I'll be naming agent any, right? Agent any subprompt. Okay. After that, what you have to do is you have to specify the first stage, right? So here what we are doing is that we are going to write our first stage, like stages, because we are going to write multiple stages, right? Then afterwards we will write the first stage, like stage. Okay. After the stage, we will give you the name. We will be using normal brackets, right? Here I'll be using colon. Sorry, right? Here I'll be giving it a git checkout, right? So I want to clone my code from the GitHub repository, right? This is our motive to git clone from GitHub, right? SCM you can write as you can write it. Just it will print while executing the pipeline. After that, we have what happened. We will when we write the stage about the git clone, right? After that, we have to specify. Let me just close this bracket also. Then afterwards I will open one flower bracket, then I will hit enter, right? The over here is that I have to specify the steps, right? In the steps what we will do is hit enter, then I will say that git clone, right? So we don't know what command we do required to write over here, right? So the git clone command, so I will use this pipeline syntax just to get it help, so that we can execute the command what we require, right? So usually it will take the snippet generator help, we will take that help and we will create a command to clone our GitHub repository, right? So simply you'll go over here. After that, git there is an option over here, snippet generator. Then we'll go for the git command. You click on the git, then I need the repository URL. In my use case, this is a GitHub repository URL which is public, right? So I'll give the repository URL over here. Then I'll give the branch. The branch is main. From the main branch, I'm going to clone my code, right? The credentials I'm keeping none because this repo is public, right? If you check it over here, it's public, so I don't require any credentials. So just I will create generate pipeline script. Okay, so it will create a one script, right? Just I'll copy the script and I'll paste it over there. Let me copy it, let me paste it over here, right? So what we are doing, we are specifying the first state, the git clone from GitHub. Then we are giving a stage, right? Steps we are specifying. Then we are giving git branch, right? Branch is auto generator, right? We are using the snippet tool to create this script, right? Here git branch, the branch name is main from a URL of this. This is public URL. Just will close the bracket. If you check it over here, 1 2 3 brackets are open, right? 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. The pipeline syntax is correct. If I delete over here, it will show you that after that there is a error over there, right? This bracket is closing for this bracket is closing for this is for that. Okay, we have four. Let me save and apply and save it, and let me build this pipeline now. So it will execute only one step and it will print out does it successfully cloned or not, right? So before that, if you check it over here, I have a code from components to package JSON, right? Package.json. So whenever the clone is successful, at the time it should inform me that all the code is executed. Let me build, click on this build now. So it started building the pipeline. Okay. So it will execute whatever the script we have mentioned is showing the green. That means that is successful, right? Here, if you see it over here, the status is over here. Changes, whatever the changes we have done. This is to build. This is to edit. This is to delete. Okay, build, edit, delete. So what we have done successful. The green indicates that it is successfully completed. Okay. So if you check console output, it's saying that it's started by the user Asim because I have used console level to create this to trigger this pipeline, right, manually. So it's printing me that asking me the user which you have used to trigger this pipeline. In case of if you're triggering this pipeline from the GitHub itself using webhook, then it will print whatever who has pushed the developer, there the name will be printed. Okay. If you check it over here, what happened? It has started cloning my repository. It has gone to this URL of the repository right over here. From there, it has used the command like git config remote origin .url. Then afterward git add, then git fetch, right, to fetch all the code from the GitHub. Okay. So if you check it over here, what is printing finished, and that's the pipeline is successful. Okay, this is how we are going to write first step. So now the second thing is that we will add multiple stages into our pipeline, right? First step is successful. Well, now in this case, what we'll do, we'll go over the configure, that is edit, click on the configure, and we will add one more step over here, right? We already executed the clone step. The second step is that we need to install the dependency of our application, right? So if I'm proceeding for this application, then it's written in package Node.js application, right? It's a Node.js application where we have to install npm also. So first step, what we will do it, we will install npm. Let me go and check it over here. Do I have npm Node.js node hyphen v? So I don't have node hyphen v, right? So I don't have Node.js. So what? So let me just take this command install. Okay, I think it's fine. No issue. So what we will do, we will take apt install node.js and we will install using this node.js on our machine, right? So now if I check the version of the node-v, I able to find the node version is available. If I check npm-v, then it's showing that npm is all installed. So let us install npm also. So this is the beauty of Linux operating system. If you see anything, that will prompt you the command how to install, right? So I'll just hit enter. So npm also gets installed on my Linux operating system, which is Ubuntu, right? Okay, what issue we are facing that just saying that please update, right, sudo apt update. So let me just update over here, update our packages because we have used this VM from the long time, right? So in this case, what we will do it, we will install apt install npm, right? So it will install all the packages related to npm. We require Node.js installation and npm installation because our application is written in Node.js, right? In this case, what we will do it, if we go and check over here, it's showing me that this is written in Node.js, right? We check it over here, this readme document, this is written in XJS, React, and Socket UI is linked to that, right? So we are installing npm also, right? So it will take few seconds. So then afterwards, our packages, our installation will be completed. Feel that what we will do it, let's go and configure our pipeline the next step. So I'll go to the pipeline, then what I will do it, let me go over here, then let me add another step. I will be copying from the stage to this bracket, right? I'll be hitting enter, then I'll be pasting over here. The second step what I want to install is that install dependency, right? Install dependency of application, right? Application. So in this case I will keep the same thing, right? Steps I'll give it, and I will delete this because I don't require, right? Here I will do it, what I will do it, I will write sh. So let me say that I don't know how to write this command, how to execute the command, right? So I will go it over here, then I'll go for shell script, then in the shell script what will happen, so I think there is an issue with login. So let's validate that is my nvm is installed. Yes, npm is installed. And if I check uh, node version also, it's prompting me that I have 9.2 and within point version of the node. That's fine for my application. So what I will give my again login, I'll give it over here. Then I'll go back and I'll give it cloud asim. Then I'll be logging to my console, right? So over here, then afterwards, what I will do it, I will create a one syntax, right? If I go over here and I'll use right sh shell script, and I will say that I want to use this command to install the dependency of my application, then create a snip code, right? So it's showing me that this script, right? So I'll just copy the script and I will just paste it in the second step, right? So what we are doing, we are specifying two stages. First stage is git clone. Second step is install the dependency of application in current directory. What is our current directory? Current directory, my first pipeline, right? Which is created. So I will rebuild my pipeline. Okay. So let's see what's the output come after this pipeline to get triggered. So let me build it now. So if you check it over here now, it started getting the build two, right? So it's getting two stages is getting created now. First stage, it will be the source code will be fetched from the GitHub. Second stage, it will install the dependencies like npm install in our directory, right? The build is successful, right? If you check it over here, what happened in actual the build, let me just go back and I'll show you. See, two stages has been done, right? The first step is has been cloned from the GitHub. Second step, install dependencies successful, right? If you check it here, they have installed the dependencies of this application. The stage is successful. Now, if I go on to go and write new changes, right? So what I will do it now, I will go and I will write one more step over here. The second step, what we can write it, the third step is that I want to build the docker file out of this server, right? So, or we can execute the multiple steps also after the installation. Let's say let me follow the official document of this GitHub repo, right? It's showing that npm install npm run dev, right? Or I can use no hook command to execute our application. So what I will do it npm install and I will write no hook document, right? So let me add these steps also. So if you check it over here, it's showing that I have to this command has been generated. What basically I'm trying to do is that I'm going to configure my application, or I want to start my application, right? In case of deployment, right? Let's see what it will prompt you. If I check the load, right? What is the load on my server? There's nothing. Still it's taking a lot of time. Okay, in this case, what we will do is we will go and add the step, right? The step is just to install, right, NSSH and deploy our application, right? Both steps will be added over here. Install dependency and start our application, right? So just I will apply and save, and let us trigger this pipeline now, build this pipeline. build the pipeline. So you're able to see that what's the build is going on. If you check the output of this pipeline, right, you're using the plugin which I've installed is saying that no hoop run is successfully done, right? So is my application is running on 3000 port. Now, how do we access this application? In the sense is that we'll go back to EC2 instance and let me go to uh, security group, right? I'll click security group. Then afterwards, I will add security group. In the security group, I'll be adding the port 3000. By default, it's running on 3000 port, right? So I'll add a 3000 over here. Fine. And I will add it from anywhere. I will save it, right? So let me go and check using the network tool that is our application is running on 3000. So if you check it over here, it's showing that the application is missing something. So what was the issue? Let me check it over here. So what happened? It's showing that the version issue is there. So let me go and add the version over there. So what happened? It's showing that npm install is done, but it's throwing me the error. There is a bad gate engine because the requesting. So we have fixed from the source code, right? So now what we can do using this plugin, you can start from there where it's failed, right? So I'll click on the install dependency. You're able to find now it's trying to fix this. So in this case, what we have to do it, we have to start from the starting, right? Click on the pipeline. I'll build now, right? So what we will do it, we'll go to the pipeline and let us build this pipeline. So now build it now. If you check it over here, the pipeline fifth, right? The pipeline which we have triggered is the fifth one. So it will be starting creating all the pipelines, right? Step will be proceed. Let's see what's the output of this pipeline. Or using the network tool, I can cross check over here. Does it started with the 3000? Yes, it successfully started our application over here on port 3000, right? So if I go back over here and if I check it over here, the compilation, if you check it over here, there is saying that updated packages has been done because I did it that way, to change the version of our application, right? So in this case, we can do that, right? So the next what we will do it is, we have successfully made our application running on the port, right? So how do we access now? If I go back on the application, right, I do what I need is my IP address of my server, then I'll giving semicolon, then I'll be giving over 3000. So I'll be successfully able to access my application over here, right? Then afterwards we can add multiple state also. Stage next step what we will do it, we can add in the sense, let's say if I want to add preview into it, right? So I will add one more step. So at that case what we will do it, we will write one more step, right? So in this case I will add preview. So we want to add preview into it. So I'll be writing preview, the step preview. Then afterwards I'm saying that using the command preview is a scanning tool, right? Application. So in this case, what we will do it, we will write sh, right? I'll be writing over taking the script, then I will be writing over here tree gv, and the path of the file where is located in the current directory, right? After that I need the print of it, then I'll be giving the path. Then afterwards I'll be writing gv fs scan.txt, right? So I'll be using a trv, right? Trv file scan, right? Whatever the source code I have, I want to scan the source code and I want to save this output in the form of one.txt file. The name I'm giving as a trv fs scan.txt, right? So I'll just create the syntax for that. So I'll be saving this syntax. Then I'll be adding over here in this step. So before that, what we really need to do is that I need to install Privy on my EC2 instance, right? So I'll be just going to my over here, and then I'll be copying over here, then I'll be going and I'll be pasting over here, right? Just hit enter, so it will install Privy on your operating system, right? Linux operating system. So we will add one more step over here, as I mentioned that, right? So sudo apt update, let's update the package also, because we have added the tool, right? So in this case, I will prompt hit enter. So let's just apply, save, and let me trigger the pipeline. We have added the step over here. Now we'll build the pipeline. Just click to over here. So build had been initiated. Let's go and check it out over there. What's steps has been followed up. So now what happened? Our pipeline got successful. The first step what happened? It has done git clone, right? If I go over here and check it out, what's the console output? Right, you're able to find that git clone is successful, install dependency is successful, start our app is successful, right? DV scan is successfully done, and it has scanned everything. So if I go and check it out over here, right, if I want to go, let's say I want to go to the path where it has done, right? So let me go and check where it has created that. So let me go to my pipeline, right? Just let me copy and I'll go it over here, cd, then I'll paste it the path where is the workspace is created. If you check it over here, you'll be finding one tree scan file is successfully done. If you check it over here, tree, you're able to find some of the vulnerabilities has been found in our application, right? So if I check it over here, 8 and 3, you're able to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 vulnerabilities have been found, that is medium, high, and critical and everything. Then for the learning purpose, this can be shared with the developer. The point is that we successfully integrated our trivia also in a step, right? Pipeline step. If you check it over here, you're able to find that we have added one pipeline over there, right? So let's install this plugin, right? Because we required the stages to be visible. So let's install this pipe plugin. It's getting installed. We no need to restart this after installing this plugin. By default, it will be applicable. Successfully done, right? So let's go, and now we'll go for the first pipeline. Let us trigger the pipeline again. Okay, right. So now if you go into the VM,